wanted to ask you this question about the different platforms and why we choose certain platforms, right? So there's a very specific audience on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. And so some of the content that you post on Instagram or IG may not be the same content that you are posting on LinkedIn or other platforms. So for the people who are a little bit shy about putting content out there because they think that they need to know everything, how would you help them differentiate the audiences and what type of content goes where and why?
Yeah, when I first started, I started like kind of posting on LinkedIn a little bit more, and I kind of found out kind of like how that ecosystem works, right? Because it's a
Right.
different flavor, it's a different ecosystem everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of figured out how that works. And then I started networking with more people there and kind of got, say traction, I guess, on that platform. And then I would throw some stuff off on Instagram, but I was like still in the same like mindset, like the LinkedIn mindset on Instagram, and like everything
Mm-hmm.
was like flop and I get no traction. So then I started actually making like these meme videos, which is kind of like really popped off on Instagram.
Right.
And I've found that like LinkedIn, more of like the office type people. It's the project managers, the project executives, just
Right.
mostly there's more of like the office side. Instagram, I found to be more of like the field side, like the superintendents, the foremen, the actual guys out there swinging hammers and pouring concrete, that type of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So you definitely gotta know your audience for one, right? Like I feel like I'm pretty well rounded where I can like walk into an owner's meeting and have a conversation with the owner and speak their language, and then walk
Right.
out in the field and just talk to the guys that are hanging pipe and pouring concrete, right? And kind of speak their language. So
Absolutely. That's why you're one of the best project managers because you can speak everybody's language. But I think that that's the same experience that I've had on the platforms. And one of the reasons that I wanted to bring this show to LinkedIn was because I would like for more foremen and superintendents and tradesmen and folks to join the LinkedIn community. And, it would also be great if some of the folks that never go out to the field also go to the other platforms and start to engage there. And moreover, bringing the folks from the Instagrams and the TikToks and the Facebooks, though, to LinkedIn, because I think there's a lot of opportunity, particularly with LinkedIn Learning and conversations like this and other construction top voices on the platform that put together conversations like this, and the memes, like I mentioned earlier in the conversation, is a very clever way to talk about things that we need to talk about that typically we don't talk about because it's a fussy subject, right? But they're relatable, right?
that's what I found is like on LinkedIn, there's a lot more thought leadership, right? There's a lot more of that conversation happening. It's Everyone's afraid to disagree with somebody on LinkedIn, right? I feel like everyone's like, yeah, agree type of stuff. And like if you have a differing opinion, people are just like afraid to even say it on LinkedIn. It's kind of everything rose colored glasses. Where on Instagram, people want to disagree with you on everything.